Good evening, everyone, and welcome to what should be a really anticipated battle here at Lew-Port High School. A big league matchup here at the Niagara Frontier League. The 10-0 undefeated North Tonawanda Lumberjacks take on the 9-1 home opponents in the Lew-Port Lady Lancers. We thank you guys so far for tuning into this broadcast. My name is Jacob Fyak. Alongside me is Tom Prince. And Tom, couldn't ask for a more anticipated game in the girls basketball scene in Western New York.
There's a reason we chose this game, right? There's a reason we're here. We got a battle here in the NFL. No doubt this is going to be a big one. And all of Western New York better keep their eyes on this one. We've got some good basketball right here.
Our officials for tonight's game are Tom Zajac and Michael Chamay. As that ball will go out of bounds, Lew-Port will start off with this ball.
And watch their two big scores, right? Sophie Auer and Tessa Shuey are their two big scores right now. It's 171 and 170 together points on the season.
A shot from inside the paint did not waver well, so they get a second chance as they try to kick it out, and a travel called against Lew-Port. Staying with the Lady Lancers, 9-1 on the season, 8-0 in the Niagara Frontier League. And the game plan for them is make sure their defense is creating one-and-dones against this North Tonawanda team, a team that has a lot of length. As the Lancers are more of a guard-oriented style team, they got to make sure they can't get those second bucket opportunities for North Tonawanda. The Lumberjacks swing it around inside the paint, going up for the shot. Does not favor, and Sophie Auer able to snag it away. Bring it in transition. Pop-up jumper off the glass, and it kisses in. Sarah Woods for the first bucket of the game.
Nice transition basketball right there. But we did leave North Tonawanda out. Look, they're their two big players, Emily Zander and Annabelle Day. They'll be led by them in scoring with 187 and 148 points on the year so far.
In the paint, going up, off the glass, and that one will go in. That was number 32, Annabelle Day, for the first bucket for North Tonawanda. Shot that rolls around the rim and out, and a big rebound there for Emily Zander. And we get a jump ball called that will go in favor of North Tonawanda.
Nice tie up there by Lucia Sanchez right there. Does a great job of causing that tie up.
As for North Tonawanda, we mentioned they're undefeated not only in their league, but overall this season. Defeated Niagara Wheatfield at home by a final score of 56-43 in their last matchup. As North Tonawanda gets another bucket opportunity, as this will go out of bounds and will stay with the Lumberjacks.
Jake, the only loss on the year between both of them is against Orchard Park, right? That's going up and playing up in division. Nothing to sneeze at right there. These two teams are for real.
These two teams are for real, and the best part about this is the first matchup. They're going to play each other again later down the season. Up with the hook shot, hitting the left side of the rim and out by Brittany Day, and Lew-Port will bring it up in transition. Tessa Shuey battling it out, getting the spin move for the layup and in. How about that? Found the hole and able to cut right through to get Lew-Port their lead back.
Nice dribbling right there. Really does it herself finding that hole.
And that handoff there was stolen away by Eliza Whitehead. In transition, she'll throw it up to create contact. She does. She'll go to the charity stripe for two.
These teams will paddle in the paint. You've seen that already. Everything they're scoring right now has been right around the basket. This will be about who can stop who in the paint.
That one hitting back iron in. One thing when I talked about with Aaron Strasberg for Lew-Port is that one of the things that they worked on a little bit during this offseason was trying to get better from the perimeter shooting as Eliza Whitehead goes 1 of 2 from the line. She's one that can shoot from deep. Lucia Sanchez can as well, Sarah Woods, and even Sophie Auer is taking some shots from beyond the arc as well. Trying to swing it around, cutting right through the hole and getting the friendly roll. Emily Zander, the junior, off a beautiful feed from the sophomore Brittany Day. Shuey going up and drawing the foul, and she will go to the line to shoot two.
Jake, how many games have you and I done together when we go, they got to move. There's got to be movement around the court. Stop being stagnant. That is exactly what you're supposed to do right there. As North Tonawanda, you see them cutting through, moving around without the ball, giving them opportunities.
First free throw knocks in for Tessa Shuey, who comes into this game second on the team in scoring. 17 points a game 6.1 rebounds a game. When talking to Newport's head coach, Richard Lindemer, he talks about how she doesn't turn over the ball and can pass very well. Does a great job creating steals to get buckets out in transition. So North Tonawanda able to beat up that press. Day trying to find it over to Annabelle Day from the left wing, feeding over to Kaylee Valantic. Found someone in the middle to Sophia Wilson, but it's stolen away. And that feed from Shuey to Sophie Auer creates contact, but Shuey's there for the second chance bucket. And we'll get a timeout called by North Tonawanda. 4:56 remaining in the first quarter. Newport out to a quick 9-4 lead.
The pace right now of this game, right? It's nonstop up and down. When you have a pace that quick, that's where we know everything's going to be done in the paint, right? That's really where you've got to focus right now, is how do you stop the paint. Really, though, if you think about it, a lot of these points have been defense leading into offense. Love what we're seeing from these defenses early on. But this is gonna be an interesting game. It really will, Jack. It may come down to, as these two teams settle in a little bit. You talked about some of the girls here that can really shoot, right? That's going to need to come into play, especially when we start to see the defenses pack in a little bit in the paint, right? You're going to see that pack in's going to happen. It's going to start happening because everything's been right at the basket to start pushing people out and see what happens. It's going to get very interesting to see the adjustments that are made during the game in this one.
And not only that, a lot of these girls play year-round basketball, especially in the AAU, and there's some familiarity between North Tonawanda and Newport. Annabelle Day's played with some of these players that are on Newport when she plays year-round basketball, as Brittany Day with the putback and in.
Nice offensive rebound right there. Anytime you're going to get second or third chance opportunities, it's a recipe for success.
The lead cut down the three. Sophie Auer with the ball along the left wing, trying to drive, kicks it out. They try to swing it around. It was poked away and now stolen away. Annabelle Day with it, trying to feed it over to Sophia Wilson, but sailed a little bit too far past her for a turnover.
So take a look right now, right? North Tonawanda in a 2-3 zone right here. Oh, no, I apologize. They're going to go man-to-man right now. Last one, they were in a zone, so they're switching. They're in a man-to-man.
Shuey for three, too strong off the glass. They fight for the ball. It bobbles around, and North Tonawanda grabs it. In transition, Annabelle Day will stop, try to find an open person, finds Brittany Day hitting right rim and out. Ball's bobbled around, but North Tonawanda with the offensive board, and the putback is in for Emily Zander. Shot up on the way, rolling around and out. Lucia Sanchez shot doesn't go in. Now Sophia Wilson in the paint though to Brittany Day, feeding it over, and the hook shot, getting the nice swish.
She's been very good right around the basket tonight, seeing the basket, turning around, knowing exactly right where it is to be able to put those shots up and in.
North Tonawanda already on a quick 6-0 run after their timeout. As two Lady Lancers cut through the hole. Shuey will now cut through, floating it up, rolling in and out, grabbing the big rebound to Sophie Auer. Sanchez for three, and rattles in. Lucia Sanchez from the right wing. And Newport grabs the lead right back.
First outside shot so far today by either team.
Annabelle Day with it, being guarded by Sanchez. They move it around the right. Trying to swing it around. A shot up off the glass, and it goes in. Sophia Wilson for her first bucket of the game. And for North Tonawanda, everyone has scored, it's just except for Kaylee Valantic. Some good, unselfish team basketball. Everyone's sharing the ball right now. Shuey's shot hitting off the right rim and out and rolling out of bounds.
That last shot off the glass, that's a Tim Duncan shot right there. You being a San Antonio guy, right? That's right there, your Tim Duncan shot.
I absolutely love that comparison as Sophie Auer almost stripped the ball away, and that leaves Brittany Day wide open for the layup. Back and forth we go, just as we anticipated. 2:06 remaining in the first quarter. Had a couple lead changes. Three on the way. hitting the side of the backboard and off, and North Tonawanda will bring it up. On the way for a layup, just a bit short was Zander. Shuey with it over to Eliza Whitehead. Deep from three-point land as Sanchez went to the rim. Handoff from Shuey over to Sophie Auer. And that one was poked away. Trying to go for the long pass, connecting to Annabelle Day, who goes up off the glass. She has her second point of the game. The 8th grader making a big impact in this game.
I was just going to say the same thing right there, Jake. 8th and 10th graders already having a big impact.
And we get a foul here on the floor against Lew-Port. And
Annabelle being the 8th grader, right? Brittany's the only 10th grader. And she right now, if I'm correct, is the leading scorer out there right now.
Yeah, Brittany Day with 6 points for her team. And we've seen that also a little bit on the Lew-Port side. They have a couple of sophomores, and one starting right now, Eliza Whitehead. And Sophie Auer able to respond. She gets her first bucket of the game. Lead cut down to 2 for North Tonawanda. Able to break out of that half-court trap. Brittany Day with it. Trying to roll with her left. Shot wasn't there. Now cuts right through for the corner 2. Not going through. And Sophie Auer will bring it up. Less than a minute to go in the first quarter. 3 on the way. Hitting back iron. 35 seconds left to go. Here's Annabelle Day, who bobbled that ball, and Lew-Port able to grab it. Swing it to the left side. Down to Alina Kunik. Now Sophie Auer trying to cut through. Tessa Shuey from the 3. Hitting front rim and out. Auer bobbled it, trying to grab the board, and North Tonawanda will keep it.
Not one foul called against Lew-Port this entire quarter. Right? They're letting them play out there. There's no doubt about it. We'll see how that comes into as this game goes along.
Annabelle Day with it. Along that right wing, being guarded by Sarah Woods. They swing it, try to go into the paint, and there's your broadcaster jinx. There's the foul.
You nailed that one too, right? I mean, literally with 6 seconds left, right?
Shuey picks up the first team foul for Lew-Port. 6.7 seconds remaining. Zander trying to go up with the paint. It's short, gets the putback though. It's too strong. And that will bring an end to the first quarter. What a great battle we've had. Some nice scoring affair from both teams. But right now, North Tonawanda on the road is up on Lew-Port 16-14. We'll take a break in the action. You're watching Western New York Athletics. We welcome you back, everyone, to Western New York Athletics. My name is Jacob Fyack. Alongside me is Tom Prince. We're live here at Lew-Port High School for a big Niagara Frontier League matchup between Lew-Port and North Tonawanda. And right now, North Tonawanda is up 16-14.
Are you getting the feel like this may come down to the last possession today?
Oh, absolutely. The way both these teams have played so far, they've done a great job putting points on the board. And it's been a nice, fast-paced style game. Tessa Shuey with it. Had 6 points in that first quarter, giving it to Sophie Auer. As a player cuts right through the paint into the outside. They try to find Eliza Whitehead. She does. Shuey now on the drive for the layup and couldn't get the roll. Annabelle Day finding over to Sophia Wilson. Now going to the paint to Brittany Day. They try to get Xander to cut through. The pass wasn't there, though. Now I swing it back over. Brittany Day. She'll pop up two-pointer. That's strong. And a nice rebound there from Kunick. Shuey now. She's open for three. And hits it. Tessa Shuey leading away for her team, and Newport grabs the lead right back.
Oh, you can see why she's a leader out there in the court early on. What a great shot.
Around the baseline, trying to cut right through. It looked like you're trying to feed it to Brittany Day, but stolen away. It's now Whitehead with it. Over to Shuey. Again from three. That's short off the front rim. Annabelle Day to Brittany Day. Driving, floating it up, and gets the nice roll. Whitehead, though, in transition, going up for it, and some nice passing from Newport. They saw her right away. She cut through, and with that, she'll be rewarded with 2 free throw opportunities.
That was Shuey who saw her, too. That was wide open, and I'll tell you, you do not want to leave Shuey wide open right there at the top of the key, because that just missed, just short, but it was on right there. And I'll tell you what I've loved there when we looked at here, Brittany Day over here, she's been great right in the paint at the basket. As you've seen, she's put everything in right now, the basket, when she gets in the paint like that.
And Eliza Whitehead, the sophomore, going 2 of 2 from the line, as we'll get a timeout called with 6:15 remaining in the first half. And we'll just stay here for a quick second just to go a little bit more into this game, into this matchup. And we talked about early on about Newport, how they're a smaller size team. They like to rely on their speed and getting on transition. So they know right away when against the North Tonawanda team, they got to make sure when North Tonawanda is on offense, they get a one-and-done shot and that's it, and they can break out in transition. And as for North Tonawanda, they know that they're this big team. They can play intense, and that's what they want to do, that intense, in-your-face style defense, and they want to have that defensively because with that help side defense, they communicate well. They can go into that man-to-man that can almost look like a zone defense at times, and that can bring them out in transition for buckets.
In a game like this, right, 10-0, 9-1, right, 2 teams that are here, you always are going to look for who's going to be that player who steps up, right? That's not going to be the stars, right? The ones that we've talked about coming into this game. The one you're looking at right now who's doing it, Brittany Day. Take a look. 6.7 points per game is what she's got. She has already scored more than that. I want to say she's got 8 already.
She does, yeah.
So
right now, 8
she's already
points.
done that in the first half. There's your one right now that's stepping up. That's right now that key person that you look to.
Annabelle Day, the 8th grader, bringing it up court, trying to find Brittany Day, and it was poked away. Comes Auer. They swing it to the left side to Whitehead as Auer moves along the top of the key. Shuey now with it. Back over to Auer. Trying to cut right through, going up for her shot. That's short. Offensive boards there, though. Now along the baseline, they try to kick it out to Whitehead. And it was deflected, so no over and back call. Trying to use the screen. Cut right through. Whitehead, though, for 2. It's long off the left side, and North Tonawanda grabbing the board.
Remember, Annabelle Shuey, the 8th grader, she's the leading scorer on this team.
Xander with the ball now, getting it back from her teammate, trying to find Wilson. That goes out of bounds, and it will stay with North Tonawanda. A couple substitutions.
I should say that second leading scorer. I apologize. Xander is their leading scorer, but you have an 8th grader here that is right now your second leading scorer on this team.
Gabrielle Cashins for North Tonawanda checked into the game. And as for Newport, Lucia Sanchez checks into the game as we get a 5-second violation And with you being down by 1 point, don't want to make mistakes like that. Can get Lew-Port with an opportunity. Open three on the way, hitting right side of the rim and out. Trying to go for that long pass, trying to feed it to Xander. It's poked by Auer and out of bounds, going to Lew-Port. And that's that speed that I was talking about earlier, where if they're getting right back, they're trying to find their people in the paint with North Tonawanda, and Sophie Auer has been the one there to step up and deflect these passes. On a drive, Sanchez getting it out over to Sarah Woods. That one taken away.
Jake, remember, we have seen one outside shot from North Tonawanda. That's why. You're going to get down, and it's going to get lower and lower, and the blocks is what's going to happen on the defense.
And another big deflection there by Sophie Auer going out of bounds.
You know what I mean? That's just going to keep packing it. If you're not going to shoot it, then I'm not going to come out there and guard it is what's going to start to happen.
Taylor Scander swinging it to Brittany Day. Xander on a drive, going up for the layup, and just had enough speed to get by Auer. Xander now got 6 points. Shuey for three. Bang! Tessa Shuey from the right wing.
Western New York, it's a broadcast now. We got our bang right there. That is right now the call of Jake Byack. We got it.
22-20 our score. Day going back with a shot a bit long. And Whitehead with the big rebound. Shuey, though, on a drive, cutting right through the defense and in. Right now, it's the Tessa Shuey show. She's shooting it from all over the place tonight. Annabelle Day trying to cut right through, floating up her shot off the rim and out, tipped, and will stay with North Tonawanda. A substitution for Lew-Port, as coming back into the game will be Alina Kunik. She'll come in for Lucia Sanchez. Brittany Day trying to get it. Shuey, how about that? Tipping it and stealing it away. Whitehead thought about the three, tries to cut through and draws the foul.
Last night I got to see two of the top players in Western New York, Shea Chesky, Gretchen Dolan, go head-to-head. I'm now seeing another one out here today as Tessa Shuey showing us why she is a top player in the area.
Substitution for North Tonawanda, number 22, Sophia Wilson, will come in for Annabelle Day. Auer with the screen, three on the way, and it rattles in. Tessa Shuey getting hot from three-point land, already has 11 points in this quarter, and a timeout called by North Tonawanda. 2:57 remaining in the first half. Lew-Port's up on North Tonawanda 27-20.
Jake, wow. I mean, she's doing it from everywhere, right? She's cutting in through to the basket. She's doing it out here from the arc. She's doing everything. We're watching her on the defense making big plays. We watched her save the last one. Why she is such a good player. She's in double digits already, too. Am I correct, Jake?
Yeah, right now she has 17 points. That's her that's her average heading into this game. Already has 17 points before the first half ended. And talked about this team trying to get better from the perimeter shooting. She's one of those three girls on this team that can hit the three-pointer, and right now she's showing the example why she can hit from deep.
And think about this, too. If she keeps hitting those threes, we've already seen how she can penetrate to the basket at the same time. You're going to now take that defense, come out on her, and she's going to dribble right by and go into the paint and go to the basket there. So she really can become even more dangerous by hitting these threes.
Getting into that press, trying to cut it right through. As that ball goes out of bounds, and our broadcast stays on.
That actually hit our internet, too. But we're okay.
Shuey with it. Using the screen from Auer and gets poked, and we'll go to North Tonawanda. So they go to Xander, trying to cut right through, going up against Auer, too strong. And Some nice defense there from Sophie Auer. She's shown it. Now she goes into the paint. They kick it out. Pop-up two-pointer off the right rim and out. Trying to go for the offensive board, but Xander's right there for North Tonawanda. Nice feed, though, from Brittany Day to Wilson. Trying to find an open teammate. Able to give it to Xander. She gets almost double-teamed as she goes up, and the foul called. And she'll go to the line for 2.
Jake, the difference in this run outside of Shuey, of course, what she's doing, right? Have you noticed that North Tonawanda has only been getting one-shot opportunities? Early on in the game, we were talking about how they were crashing the boards, winning the boards, especially in the offensive side, getting 2-3 chances. Not getting that right now, and a big difference on this run.
Second free throw on the way, and she'll go 1 of 2 from the line. Already having 7 points in the first half. Newport trying to swing it around. They find Shuey, trying to cut right through, kicking it out to Auer, and kicking it back out. Woods for 3, hitting back iron and out. Now Kaylee Vlantic trying to cut right through, and Shuey able to steal it away. On a drive, going up, and it's in! Tessa Shuey will not be denied tonight. So far in this first half, she's been unstoppable, and she'll have a chance for a 3-point play.
Western New York, this is going to be a fun highlight reel to do, no doubt about it. She is showing us everything today. She's going to, we're talking about 20 here in the first half, am I correct, right here, if she makes this?
And rattles in, 20 points on the night.
She's got 20 to 30 points right now.
And no broadcast jinx on that one.
I said it after she released it.
Vlantic getting it right through the zone for Newport. A nice feed over today, but Eliza Whitehead's right there to smack it out of bounds.
But think about it, she's got 20 of 30 points right now. She right now is 1 point from outscoring North Tonawanda.
Brittany Day giving it to Kaylee Vlantic. As they try to swing it around, they find Xander. Now back over to Brittany Day. Xander now faking, trying to go up, not finding anything through the paint. Now Taylor Sciandra couldn't find anything either. 3 seconds left, and a 3-second violation against North Tonawanda. That clock was ticking down, and too many people were in the paint. And they stood there for too long, and the violation was called. Giving it to Sarah Woods. Shuey now popping up. Hitting it off the right side of the rim and out. And it's stolen away. Newport keeps it and going up with it. That bucket doesn't go in, and Sophie Auer will get a second chance to get Newport here. And here comes Shuey with it, and she was blocked. Tough to tell who had that rejection, but an impressive block. And Brittany Day's pass through her hands and stolen away. 30 seconds left to go in the first half. About 3 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Sarah Woods on a drive, floating up her shot, too strong off the glass. Whitehead with the offensive board, open 3, bang! Natalie Shuey, the sophomore. Double-digit lead for Newport, their first one of the game. Brittany Day's three's too strong. They tried to save it, but the buzzer sounds, and we are done with the first half. How about that for Tessa Shuey, the senior, getting it done on her home court in a big game against an undefeated North Tonawanda team. She currently has 20 points of the 33 total points for Newport.
Yeah, it's unbelievable what she's done. I mean, I don't know if I could give any more adjectives than what we've already done. Just absolutely incredible. I mean, we really could be talking about a very special game by the time this is done, especially if she does the same thing in the second half. Right now, North Tonawanda's got to figure a way to slow her down. Period. Slow her down, right? Not even stop her at this point. Slow her down. And I think on the flip side, the one thing North Tonawanda, if you look at their walking out right now, you could see that tallest player on the court right now is Xander, right? And I'm watching Xander. She's playing a lot outside of the top of the key. I think we got to use her down low a little bit more. Have her use some of that size down low. Try to bang a little bit around the glass. Open up some of those points inside. She obviously can shoot from outside also, right? But kind of get those early points inside at the glass, then come out and be able to get some people out of the paint with her when she does it.
I want to thank everyone so far for tuning into this broadcast live on Western New York Athletics Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook page. Thank you guys so far for tuning to this broadcast. When we come back, we'll have the start of the second half. And we welcome everyone back into this broadcast between Lew-Port and North Tonawanda in this girls basketball league matchup. North Tonawanda coming into this game undefeated. They're 10-0 overall, and right now they're currently down by 12 points to a very fast-paced team in Lew-Port. And a lot of it has come from Tessa Shuey, who currently leads the way with 20 points.
A lot of it? Listen, she really has been fun to watch. And, I mean, she's done it from multiple facets of the game. We watch her do it from the outside shooting, and then also the way she drives and how aggressive she is into the glass. She has really been some fun so far to watch. It'll be interesting to see what North Tonawanda does to make adjustments right here defensively. Like I said, to even slow her down at this point. But I'll tell you, you're going to slow her down, and then we start watching, right? Does Sophie Auer then start doing some things, right? Do we start seeing some of the other people step up? We already know Auer can do this too, right? She's one of the leading scorers on this team too. And you slow one down, it could open the gates up for another one. And then on the flip side, we already talked about North Tonawanda. I really want to see them get Xander more into this offense so that she's got the opportunity to do things around the basket. And then hopefully because of that, we'll open up some of the outside shooting for her. Do you have the totals, Jake?
Yeah, so right now for Lew-Port, point totals, Tessa Shuey leads the way with 20. Natalie Shuey, Lucia Sanchez, Eliza Woodhead each have 3 points. And then Sarah Woods and Sophie Auer each have 2. For North Tonawanda, Emily Xander is the leading scorer for the Lumberjacks with 7. Right behind her is Brittany Day with 6. Annabelle Day has 4 points, and Sophia Wilson has 2. And one of the big dominant factors of that second quarter, not only was it Tessa Shuey, but they outscored North Tonawanda in that game 19-5.
Well, like I said, it's 21-20 right now, Shuey versus North Tonawanda.
We get started with the second half. Shot up on the way, too strong for Annabelle Day. And Lew-Port will get possession.
But remember, it's only a half, right? North Tonawanda is undefeated for a reason. So let's see the adjustments that are around made.
Tessa Shuey getting it over to Sarah Woods along the right wing. Auer in the post going up against Brittany Day, and this time Auer wins the battle.
Told you we'd hear from her. I had a feeling that was going to be one of the adjustments we were going to see Lew-Port do.
Xander didn't like the shot from mid-range. Kicking out to Annabelle Day. Xander uses a screen. Nothing there. Xander getting it back, though. Trying to go along the baseline against Auer. Not liking what she's seen. She kicks it out. Deep three. That's strong off the backboard. But North Tonawanda trying to fight for it back, and it's taken away. Who else but Tessa Shuey, who goes up, and the layup's too strong. Auer, though, for the offensive board. The putback's not in there, but third time's a try for Lew-Port. Kaylee Vlantic getting over to Brittany Day in the post, going up for her layup and in. Very beautiful there, going right by, spinning to her right and finding an open lane to cut through for the layup.
She's done that all day in the paint, right? We keep saying she gets into the paint, that's her spot. She's going to get it into the basket.
Lucia Sanchez finding Whitehead for three. That's too strong. Auer with another big rebound. Now Shuey to Sanchez. Auer cuts through the paint, kicking it out though to Woods. And then once again the Whitehead, her three-pointer is blocked. And surprise, it stopped right there. I'm going to be honest, I thought they would have kept continuing.
The shot clock was off. Something was wrong with the shot clock right there, but obviously play stopped anyway, so that's why they also let the sub come in.
Now Annabelle Day getting the screen from Taylor Sciandra as she pops to the right along the corner three. Brittany Day going up for her shot. It's strong. Offensive rebound, though. Putback's not in. Xander fights for it and almost saved it at first, but it will be a North Tonawanda turnover. Shuey against Brittany Day. She'll pass it over to Sanchez, and Whitehead gets it back along the top of the key. Now Sanchez will roll to the hole. Finding now is Woods. Woods doesn't give it to Shuey. He's trying to find an open teammate, finds Sanchez. Spin goes to her left. Shot up on the way short. Annabelle Day finding Brittany Day. Giving it to Wilson, going up, popping up her shot, and gets the nice roll. Sophia Wilson, her second bucket of the game. Both teams each scored 4 points in this quarter. Sanchez with it. Auer moves right next to her, and Shuey now with it. She'll take the three. That's strong. Off the right side, and Xander with the board. Annabelle Day being guarded by Woods, finding Brittany Day. Up against Xander, going up for her shot, rolling out. Shuey went out, bring it up. Bounce pass it over. Auer for three. Hitting left side of the rim and out as the ball rolls around, and Lew-Port gets another chance. Shuey will take the three, and hits it! Tessa Shuey, her fourth three of the night.
Though I do like what North Tonawanda did. You see how they got Xander down low on that last one, right? Didn't go down, but do like what they were trying to do and trying to set up on that last set of plays.
Annabelle Day in the right corner. Brittany Day posting up, going up for her hook shot. Doesn't get the roll. Offensive board, though. Xander helping swing the ball around. Brittany Day with it, trying to get over to Skiandra. Woods steals it away. Trying to go for the long pass, trying to find Auer, but that's tipped, and it will go out of bounds. Substitution for Lew-Port, number 2. Alina Kunik will come into the game for Lucia Sanchez. Shuey with the out-of-bounds play will lob it over to Auer, and she'll take another three. That's strong, though, and it goes off Whitehead and out of bounds. So nice little trap being there, but Skiandra able to help bring it up court thanks to Annabelle Day. Now Xander swings it over to the right side of Wilson. She'll get it back, being double teamed. That one just not enough on that one. Auer with it. Now over to Woods, open for three, and that's short. Xander with the board. 3 minutes and counting to go in the third quarter. Lew-Port up on North Tonawanda 40-25. Day going up off her left hand. That one hitting back iron, and Shuey, a great box out, grabbing the rebound. She'll bring it up in transition. Auer fakes her defender out and gets the layup. And we'll get a timeout called here with 2:41 remaining in the third. 42-25 is our score in favor of Lew-Port.
I like the adjustment for Lewis and Porter so far, right? We said it. What's going to happen if North Tonawanda makes an adjustment on Tessa, right? We were going to say if you make an adjustment on Shuey, watch out because Auer's then going to take over. And it's exactly what we've seen happen so far. Auer is great right around the basket. Has a great one-step move. You've seen the minute she gets by that defender, she's going right to the glass and done a very good job right around the basket. Good job also with the rebounding. She was a big reason for a couple. Remember the save, offensive rebound, put back up, right? She's also hitting the boards at the same time, doing all the things necessary for right now a Lewiston Porter win. I love what I'm seeing right now between Shuey and Auer. And early on, we talked about whenever for North Tonawanda, whenever North Tonawanda was getting into the paint right there, especially Brittany Day, it seemed like every time she got into the paint anywhere, it was going in. You can see I don't know if you've noticed, but when she's gone down in the paint, especially over here, right, Shuey has been literally right on her, guarding her, making it a very tough guard, and each one of those shots have been very difficult to shoot up, and some of the big reasons why they haven't gone down. That's another reason where I still keep saying Xander's got to get down in the blocks. They've got to do some things. I like that. They are trying to get her down there. They're going to start eventually falling. She's going to get that right spot, and they're going to start falling. I like that move by North Tonawanda.
And as we resume action, Annabelle Day will bring the ball up court. She'll pop up for three and hits it.
And that helps when you got the three going.
Sophie Auer with it, guarded by Xander. She'll drive, kick it out to Woods. Now from Shuey. Thought about the three, but she'll swing it back over. Getting over to Alyssa Auer. Now Whitehead with it to Woods. Two-pointer. Can't get the roll. Whitehead with the offensive board. Sophie Auer with it, going up strong and getting the layup. And that's someone we haven't really mentioned a lot so far in this game because Shuey and Sophie Auer have done so well. Liza Whitehead has been there too, making some big plays. As Shuey's able to steal it away. Long pass to Sophie Auer along the baseline of Woods. Able to bounce it back. They swing it around. Whitehead for three, and it rolls in and out. Annabelle Day facing a double team and finding a Xander. 92 seconds remain in the third against Alyssa Auer. Annabelle Day against Eliza Whitehead, trying to find a teammate, giving it over to Sophia Wilson. She tries to find an open teammate, gives it over to Skiandra. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. On a drive, Annabelle Day goes up and gets it. A bit of a line drive on the layup, but gets the roll.
Showing why she's one of the top scorers on the team right there, right? With the last three, adds a 2 right there. Quick 5 points right there for North Tonawanda.
1 minute to go in the third quarter. Woods wide open. She'll decide to drive, get some room, but can't get that roll. That basket's not been friendly for her, but Sophie Auer had the steal, but couldn't get the layup. Shuey, though, couldn't get the putback. Here's a three on the way. Bang! Eliza Whitehead draining the three. (47-30 is our score. Annabelle Day trying to get right by. Does not waver well, and a jump ball will put the arrow possession towards Lew-Port. Shot clock turned off. Tessa Shuey giving it to Auer, fakes the three, goes on the drive, and it's tipped out of bounds. Lew-Port keeps it. Shuey over from Auer. They swinging her over. Tessa Shuey for three. Swishes it!
Unbelievable.
Tessa Shuey with 5 3-pointers on the night. And with that, Lew-Port ends the third quarter going up by 20 on this undefeated North Tonawanda team, 50-30.
I got a question for you, Jake. When have you ever done a game there wasn't one foul called in the quarter?
That has definitely been a first. That's never happened before. Some nice, good, smart basketball from both teams, and the refs definitely let them play. There's been some times where a foul could have been called, but they've let them play.
And I wouldn't even say it was a letting them play like where you were like, oh, wow, they're really letting them play. I mean, they're fine. They could go either way type things. But I'll tell you, I mean, I've been very impressed by that more than anything. When you talk about total team between both of them. But, I got to tell you, Western New York, if you haven't seen Tessa Shuey play, you better get out and see her play because she has been something to watch out here. She can do it inside. She can dribble, penetrate into the lane. She can shoot the three. She has got a complete game right now, and no doubt showing why she's a top player in Western New York and why she right now has a team that's 9-1. And by the way, that Orchard Park game that I alluded to, their loss, a 1-point score. 1 point, right? So let's also say listen, this team is for real, and we're seeing exactly why today.
And we get the fourth quarter underway. Open three for Annabelle Day. That's strong. Woods and Xander fight for it, and Xander able to battle it out and get it. Annabelle Day and Kaylee Valantic play a nice game of catch. Xander's able to get it, go on a drive, and doesn't get the shot, but she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Good move, right? I like this. Xander down in the paint right now, getting the turn, getting a chance to make free throws. I like the move right here. This is what we talked about we felt North Tonawanda had to do.
You know, and Emily Xander coming in this game, she leads the team in points and rebounds. And, you know, talking to her head coach and Aaron Strasburg, she loves how what type of athlete and competitiveness that's in her. Throughout this offseason, she's done a phenomenal job playing AAU basketball, but also when they get into the gym for this North Tonawanda team, she not only makes it competitive for herself, but gets her other teammates involved as well, where it creates this competitive style practice that gets this team ready, and that's why they're undefeated this season.
Yep.
That will be initial block by Brittany Day. As Xander will run towards her spot, Brittany Day got poked away by who else? Tessa Shuey. She'll pop up 3 on the way. Bang! Tessa Shuey! There's not many times where you see, even boys or girls basketball, you see 6 3-pointers in a game, and Tessa Shuey has shown it tonight, being lethal from the perimeter, and Xander responds with a bucket of her own.
We just heard, though, a girl score just come out of this week out of Hamburg, 47, right, from Claire Strack.
Sanchez over to Sarah Wood. She'll take the 3, hitting front iron, and Annabelle Day with the board. Day along the wing, trying to find it over to Kaylee Valantic, and Annabelle Day gets it back to Brittany Day. Over to Xander against Auer. She'll go up for her shot and get the nice roll.
Like the adjustment, right? This is the adjustment we were talking about coming out of halftime with. I like that adjustment by North Tonawanda.
Auer with it to Woods. Doesn't like what she sees, and Auer will go ahead and drive. Kick it out, though, to Sanchez. And Auer gets it back. She'll pop up for 2, and that will roll out. And they try to fight for the ball, and now a foul called against Lucia Sanchez. Get a substitution for Lew-Port as Eliza Whitehead will come into the game for Emma Steimer. Brittany Day going up against Sarah Woods. Lew-Port able to get the ball. Now Sophie Auer, she's trying to go coast to coast. Nice feed to Whitehead for the layup. Trying to lob it to Brittany Day. Facing a double team. She'll throw up her shot too strong. Lew-Port will bring it back up. 5 minutes and counting in this game. Shuey, though, nice feed to Whitehead, and she gets another bucket.
She sees the court really well. You can see that any little opening out there to get a pass in, to get that assist, she'll find that there. Wow, she really is just being the complete player today. So, folks, just so everybody knows, too, if you haven't seen, we will be doing post-game interviews at the end of this game where Jake will do an interview and I'll do an interview with our 2 players of the game right now. I got a feeling you may figure out who one of them may be, right? I got a weird feeling on that. And then also for the team that doesn't win, usually we do some sort of highlight videos and stuff, and you can hear Jake's call on those highlight videos when we do those. So those usually come out usually the next day, so look for those tomorrow out on social media. They'll be on both our Facebook page as well as our Twitter pages out there, making sure that, like I said, we can recognize as much of these young women as we possibly can. You know, but right now, this has just been a fun game to be a part of. And the reason why I say that is Jake knows, listen, I'll usually go through the games and pick, and then we all talk about it. But I usually have a set and say, here, this is the reason, why I like to go to this game. And you looked at this and going, man, 10-0, 9-1. How do we not go to this game, right? How do we not be here? And then, of course, you always know how good teams are, and you see 17 points per game, 18 points per game. But you don't see this, right?
No, you don't.
You don't see this. And so the stats don't tell an entire story right here. And that's what's been the beauty about this is we're really seeing how and why this Lewiston Porter team is so good.
Annabelle Day with it, lobbing over to Brittany Day along the right wing, giving it back. As Xander will move towards the wing, Brittany Day facing initially Sanchez and Sophie Auer. And how about that? Xander cutting through the hole for the layup.
Good job by Xander. And you can see that's why her points are starting to really come right now.
Eliza Whitehead finding Lucia Sanchez to Sophie Auer. Trying to cut right through Xander, couldn't find anything, but Sanchez able to find a hole. It's clogged though, and kicks out to Whitehead, who blows right by for the layup.
Boy, when you start getting a third scorer going on in a game like this, who do you stop? Who do you stop right now?
North Tonawanda trying to set up their play. Floating up the shot, and a foul called. And number 23 for North Tonawanda, Kaylee Valentic, the senior, will shoot 2 from the line.
Next week, we'll go back to the girls, as on Thursday, we're going to get a chance to broadcast Williamsville South as they head over to Lancaster. Lancaster and Will South, and we're going to be talking about some more big players over at Lancaster in Western New York.
Woods getting the screen from Auer. She cuts right through, finding Whitehead to Shuey. As they kick it out, Woods is open and swishes the 2 down.
Shuey 1 away from 30, am I correct? 29 right now she's sitting at?
Unofficially right now 29. And there's Sarah Woods with a big steal against Brittany Day, who gets the block. But it's stolen away. And Lucia Sanchez gets it. Up by 23, it doesn't matter. This Lew-Port team playing very aggressive on their home court. They almost got another big steal. And Xander going up and using that strength to her advantage. She'll shoot 2 from the line.
Strength, height, a lot of things, right? There's a reason why she averages 17 points per game, right? And that's the reason why when she gets down low, that's one of the things I just felt that she needed to do, and the rest of that game would open up even more.
Knocks down her first free throw attempt. And she'll go 2 of 2 from the line.
Nice free throw shots right there. That puts her in double digits, doesn't it?
Yeah, right now I got her down for unofficially at 13 points. And with that, we'll get a timeout called here with 2:58 remaining in the game. Lew-Port up 63-42. We'll take a quick break in the action. You're watching Western New York Athletics. And welcome back, everyone, to Western New York Athletics. We resume action in this big league matchup in the Niagara Frontier League. 3 on the way, hitting right rim and out. Her shot, that was Natalie Shuey, the sophomore. She had a 3-pointer in the second quarter. And Annabelle Day able to respond with a 3 of her own.
That's at least 8 for her that we've seen in the second half.
Shuey trying to drive right by. She'll float it up, and she keeps continuing with her scoring.
And that breaks the 30 barrier right there.
Annabelle Day floating up her shot and able to answer back with a two-pointer of her own.
She's been big here in the second half. She's really showing why she's the second leading scorer on this team.
Whitehead bouncing a pass over to Natalie Shuey. Back over to Tessa Shuey. And Sophie Auer with it, and they swing it around. Whitehead to Tessa Shuey on a drive, trying to give it to Sophie Auer, and it will go out of bounds, staying with Lew-Port.
So no doubt been a great game with, like I said, with 1:47 left. Remember, take a look tomorrow as we will have interviews here with some of our players of the game. We're going to have also highlight videos out there.
And Sophie Auer able to break through that out-of-bounds defense. .92 seconds left to go in the game. Keely Volantic with it. Trying to give it to Annabelle Day, who ended up losing it, and a turnover. Tessa Shuey going up for it, kicking it out though to Whitehead. Over to Auer to Sanchez. Didn't like what she saw. And feeding a nice pass over and getting it in. Sarah Woods able to cut right through the defense.
And I'll tell you, I've also been impressed with Shuey and Auer on how they've gotten their whole team involved in this game.
Nice pass over. Scandra with it. She'll shoot the three. Hitting off back iron and rebounded by Shuey. 50 seconds left to go. Woods over to Tessa Shuey. Looks like she's just going to try and kill a little bit of clock. Give him over to Sanchez. Now back to Woods. She'll pop up her shot, hitting right rim and out. Xander over to Annabelle Day. Giving it back to Xander, going one-on-one against Sophie Auer. Double teamed at first, and the bucket is in. Three-point play coming up.
Nice move right there by Xander down in the blocks to be able to clear out an opening and get the N1 opportunity. And now the only quarter where somebody actually hit the 5 fouls. We went all the way till 23 seconds left in the game for a team to go into the penalty.
Number 4, Emily Gray, the sophomore, comes into the game for Eliza Whitehead. Xander's three-point play doesn't go in. As Gray looked like she was initially giving it to Auer, but Tessa Shuey keeps it. From Sanchez to Gray. And Sophie Auer looks like they'll just try and maybe pass the ball around. Woods going to go up with it. Nothing there. And with 2 seconds left, and that, folks, is going to be it. Lew-Port on their home court in a big league game ends North Tonawonda's undefeated season, making a big statement on their home court, winning 69-49.
Listen, I think we said it all the whole game, right? I mean, we've said it all. This was been a fantastic game by Lewiston Porter. Deserves this win, no doubt about it. And Western New York, like I said, if you haven't seen her, Tessa Shuey is for real. She shows she's the real deal. We think we had her at 31 points today. Just an unbelievable game. So, I mean, we've said it all during the broadcast. We saw something special here today.
I want to thank everyone for tuning into this broadcast live on Western New York Athletics Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook page. For Tom Prince, I'm Jacob Fikes, signing off on this broadcast. Until next time, thank you for tuning in, and enjoy the rest of your evening.